Russ is playing Trapper here on Evolve. He's playing as Maggie, and he's got Daisy, Maggie's faithful trap-jaw pet. Daisy's kind of like a bloodhound in Evolve. Daisy will track and find the monster. So as the dropship approaches, the monster gets a 20-second head start in a game of Hunt. And as the dropship approaches, we'll see whether or not Russ chooses to follow his faithful trap-jaw pet, or if he's going to try to go it alone. My recommendation would be that he follows Daisy. Daisy could sometimes be a smarter tracker than the expert trappers in Evolve. So there goes Daisy. Let's see if everybody's going to follow. So right in front of there, somebody got caught out inside of a trap plant in our Desert Canyon dam map. And he just had to shoot that plant to set him free. So they're on the hunt now. They're trying to catch the monster before the monster reaches stage 2 rather. Once the monster reaches stage 2 of its evolution, he gets more abilities. He gets stronger and more difficult to fight. He'll be on about even keel with the 4 hunters at stage 2. Once he reaches stage 3, effectively the tables turn and the hunters become the hunted. And hopefully they've done some damage to the monster up until that point, because coming out of a stage 3 fight, monster is going to be very powerful, have all of his abilities powered up to the full extent that he's chosen to pay in his ability points, and really has the advantage in the fight. So the way that the hunters can get the advantage early on is by finding the monster and doing permanent damage to his health. But that involves having to get there. So let's see whether or not Russ can follow Daisy, his diligent companion trap-jaw pet. So there's the monster just hit a stage 2. You can see he's got the stage 2 indication on his screen. He's also following the monster's footprints. So he knows that the monster's headed in that direction, so he's following those footprints. Now Maggie's got a machine pistol. That's Maggie's primary weapon that he's holding right now. Maggie's also got harpoon traps that he can set in the world, and that can be used to contain the monster in a very specific space. And then all hunters have a mobile arena that he just switched to temporarily. You can see that he startled birds off in the corner there, the monster did. So again, if he can follow Daisy and head towards the monster and in that direction of those startled birds, he might be able to catch him out. He's got the mobile arena equipped now, so he's getting ready to throw it out in the event that he gets close to the monster. The mobile arena has about a 50-meter radius, and I think he just sees the monster there, so that you can see the monster indicator, and he just got him in. He got him in there. That's really great. So now he's going to start doing damage, and he can also use his B button and switch over to his harpoon. There, he's doing that now. He can place those harpoon traps in the world. So he's going to try to find a good place for them and then shoot them down. He's got 4 of those harpoon traps that he can place out in any given fight, and they take about 4 seconds to arm, and then once they arm, when the monster comes over them, they're going to snare the monster in place. Now what he wants to do is he wants to communicate with his support player, and his support player has sentry guns. So he could be placing those out next to the harpoon traps and snare the monster, and they'll start doing massive damage based in a localized area via the sentry guns. But that's the kind of advanced play that teams start to learn over time as they pick up and play Evolve. A lot of these guys, I think, are playing the game for the first time, so they're still learning the controls. They're learning what it takes to play as an effective team. The key is really communication at the end of the day. You got to let people know what you're doing and what you need. So health-wise, you were looking good there. There's the Kraken right there. He's our monster that we revealed here at E3 today. He's using a Vortex Blast there. That's his ability to push hunters away. And then he has an aerial burst, and that's his movement model. So Goliath, he had an aimable jump that he could use to traverse the map, and that was his sprint, as it were, that he could use to maintain distance. Kraken, on the other hand, has the ability to fly through the air. As you can see on the screen there, Kraken is starting to kind of slowly make its way down the central path of the dam, heading towards another place where he can find food to eat and grow and stage up. So again, the chase is back on. You can see Lazarus there out ahead of the Trapper. Lazarus is our new medic that we're showing today. Lazarus doesn't have as much active healing ability, but he does have the ability to resurrect people from the dead and bring them back from the dropship. So there we can take a look at the monster's health. It's showing up because somebody's close and engaging with the monster. We can see that he's at half armor right now. That's the blue indicator at the top of the screen. And then his health, he's gotten just a little bit of damage. Looks like about maybe 5% of his health is gone now. When the monster evolves, he does get a portion of that health back. It's kind of like, I think it's like a 50-50 split, where if he evolves now, he would get 3% of his health back. But so he'll never be able to get up to 100% ultimately again, but he still has plenty of health right now and a good amount of armor. So these hunters really need to close the distance in order to bring the fight to these guys. I just saw somebody get caught out by, looks like support just got caught out by a megamouth. That's one of the really dangerous wildlife here in the dam. It's a desert creature that can ingest hunters whole if left unmolested for a long enough period of time. So as soon as somebody gets caught out in a megamouth or caught out in a plant, you have to call out for your other hunters to come rescue you, shoot you out of there. You have the ability to use your special class abilities in some cases to prolong the fight in the event that you need people to come from a far enough distance. But it can still be challenging, so you need to always team up and stay close. So we got another dome in on the Kraken there. Kraken just used his powerful melee attack to whip him back, and then I think he's using his aerial ability now to continue to move around the map. So these guys are going to try to contain him in this space now. Just looking for a place to put those harpoon traps. Doing a lot of looking around there. There we go. All right, he's put some harpoon traps down. Those are going to arm, and if he heads back across, they got him with one. See that there? He's got caught with that harpoon trap. He's going to have to turn and face in order to get out of that harpoon trap. Meanwhile, yeah, so you can switch to the machine pistol, and he's starting to do heavy damage there. So everybody, support's down again. So support's going to need a revive, and Lazarus hopefully will do it, but in the meantime, if Lazarus doesn't get there, it looks like Maggie's ready to jump in if necessary. But Lazarus gets the revive. That's good. Lazarus also has his burst heal ability that he can use to top off Maggie's health there. All right, and the hunt is back on. So they're climbing the wall there. So every hunter is equipped with a jetpack. So key to evolve is learning to effectively manage your jetpack's recharge. There's perks in the map that'll allow you to increase your jetpack recharge over time if you can kill elite wildlife in the map. But otherwise, as you play more Evolve, you learn to manage your jetpack fuel, which recharges. So, all right. So these guys are still looking for Kraken here, heading down. They're going to follow Daisy again. Daisy the Trapjaw knows where to go. She's got a little indicator over her. Oh, she's pointing right there. She's pointing. She sees the monster. Up there. And there's the monster right there. There's Kraken. So he can get his mobile arena out again. If he switches over to that, he can use that. But that was a big AOE hit from. And we're in the dome again. That's great. That's really great. And he's doing a good job now with the harpoon traps, and that's going to hold him in place. Now everybody else has to go in and do damage. You got Assault. Hyde there's now using the flamethrower, and your medic Lazarus is painting Kraken with weak points that are punching through the armor. So now they've actually whittled down all his armor, and now you can see his health is slowly starting to decay by keeping the effort up. So they're really pushing hard now. Bucket could be laying out the sentry guns in this area as well to kind of contain the space. I'd say that's the one thing right now that this hunter team's not doing to control the space inside of the mobile arena. But otherwise, they're doing a good job with the harpoon traps. Hyde is doing a great job getting right in the monster's face with that flamethrower. That's the most DPS of any weapon in the game right now from the hunter side.
So his left bumper bring out that toxic grenade toss that in there.
Yeah, so then he's gonna Hyde just threw in a toxic grenade there. Now that's gonna do damage over time to the monster if he stays in that area. So now he's gonna flee. What's really great about that is, let's say there's something in there that you don't want the monster to deal with, like let's say another downed ally, you can throw a toxic grenade into the mix. The monster has a really strong incentive to flee the area now, and that lets you get in, especially with Lazarus, and do a revive. So Lazarus is going to keep using that heal burst with guys close by to keep them kind of perked up. We got a few revives that came from incapacitations that weren't performed by Lazarus, so Lazarus has a strike against him on his health, as does the assault. Hyde's got a strike against him. But in the meantime, Maggie's sitting pretty here. And he's got Kraken right in front of his face, waiting for the dome to recharge here. He's got about 7-8 more seconds before that recharges. In the meantime, he's going to do damage. Okay, dome's ready to go. He's noticing that the dome's ready. Oh, but he's in-capped. Unlucky. So now he's in-capped. He's bleeding out. And he's waiting for Lazarus to get in there to revive him. So Lazarus is going to try to use his Lazarus device to give him a resurrection without any health incapacitation. So he's back, and he came back. His health's back up, and no health penalty because of Lazarus and his Lazarus device. So that's really good. So effectively, the monster took him down. He's thinking, good, I did some damage to the team, but Lazarus comes along and he says, no, you didn't. Okay, so now we're going to get the monster in the dome. Let's see, he's right on the edge of the arena. Let's see if he got him. That's awesome. He's going to get back in there. He's going to start doing damage. Maybe, he's going to try to throw some harpoon traps in this area over here to hold the monster in place. That's a smart move on his part. But here's the monster. Okay, now the problem here is that when he's off alone by himself, he's vulnerable to attack, and if he gets incapacitated, that whole dome's going to go down. But now he's switching over. He's doing direct damage with that machine pistol. That's really good. He's knocked down into the damn river there, but he's still doing a good job. They punched through his armor again, and they're back to doing damage to his health. That's a great harpoon trap. Look, he's holding him there. He's unable to fly. That lets them get crucial seconds of DPS on him. And now Kraken's looking for an opportunity to escape. He's going to try to juke him by going across the map. That's that aerial burst ability. Look at the agility that he's got. It's really amazing just watching him just kind of move around the map really fluidly. That's really a good Kraken player is going to really control the space using that movement. So he's taking his distance, but this is where players might tap into Daisy. Daisy can actually help you find locations that are a little harder to get to. She might know an inroad to cut the hunter off. Between there. Yep. So Trapper looks like he's on it. He's just gonna wait for that jetpack recharge. Again, talking about managing that jetpack. So Monster's gone up to stage 3 now. He's going to have 3 more points suspended to his abilities. He's more powerful. He got some of his health back, but when he comes back into the match, I wouldn't imagine that he has more than half health. He's still waiting for that mobile arena to recharge, so he's waiting for that. In the meantime, he'll probably switch over to the machine pistol again to do direct damage. Dome's coming up, but if he throws out that dome and gets in-capped, then it's effectively you lose the dome. You have to wait another minute for the dome to come back, and that would be unlucky. But yes, you can see the monster got caught out of the cocoon, already getting damage. It wasn't able to get any armor, so they're going to start whittling away that extra health he got back. He didn't get back much. It looked like he got up to about 1/3 health. And here they go. I just saw one of Bucket's guided rockets whiz by the Trapper. So Maggie's dead, but there's Lazarus, just revived him from death. Now, normally you would have to wait for 2 minutes once you're dead for the dropship to return you back into the fight, but with Lazarus, death is not really an option. Okay, so now that's an elite Canyon Strider. It's got an elite perk, but and it's an albino colored. If they were to destroy that monster and gain the perk, then you have the ability to then carry that perk for 2 minutes into battle, whatever that perk is. And different wildlife carry different perks. But it looks like he forewent that, and he's going back into the fight. Assault and Medic look like they're the closest to the You got the monster track now. That monster track indicator on the screen is from Bucket's UAV. Buckets was able to take off his own head because he's a robot and fly it around the map and use it to track the monster. So that's really useful for these guys to help locate Kraken. So we just threw the dome out again, see if he gets him in. He does. That's great. He's starting to throw out those harpoon traps. He's really starting to get the hang of Maggie now. He's starting to realize that he can really control the space inside the arena. Now the issue though is Medic just went down, so Medic has to get revived. If Medic isn't revived, then it's possible that people now have to wait the full time for the dropship. But he's reviving, he's reviving, he's reviving. That's a clutch revive right there from the Trapper. And he's going to revive the support as well. Great. Two team members up. The dome is still up. Okay, now Kraken is on him. He's saying, no, I'm not happy that you revived these guys. But he's going to try to get up. That's 3. He's revived every one of his teammates that match. I think that we would be giving him a medal if this was the full title. We actually have medals that unlock. We have a Savior medal that I think he would get at the end of this match because he was able to revive every one of his teammates. So that was really good. Savior, very easy to get when you're the medic. Quite a lot of bragging rights to get a Savior medal when you're somebody like the Trapper. He's doing a really great job of setting down those traps, and that's letting Assault get right in there and watch it. There goes the health, and there he goes, and there he goes, and he's got him. He's got him. This team worked together effectively. It took them a little while to kind of reach their stride, but I think some clutch kills there at the end of the day by the Trapper really won the match for them. Great game, guys.